Good day, hello and welcome. Coach Chadwin here with Kingdom Day Traders. I want to show you why gold took that massive leap this week, and I'm going to take you through a couple of things. Now, this was a recap of a class that we had on Monday where I predicted that gold would go for the equal highs, which it eventually did. Firstly, I'm going to show you a little clip of that class, and then I'm going to show you how we got to that kind of idea. And so you might be listening to this on YouTube. You might be listening to this in the Connect, Trade, and Grow group. If you haven't yet joined, please click the link below. Or you might be listening to it on our elite student group. Wherever you're listening to it, it doesn't really matter. Get out those books and pens or notepads or online note-taking software and make sure you take as much notes as you can from why we went this far. It could have been an epic trade for you had you paid attention to what the market was doing. Now, some of the things in this video I'm going to be speaking about are things we teach our students exclusively, so I will point to them. They will know what I'm speaking about, but some of those things might go over your head if you're not part of the Connect, Trade, and Grow group or the student community as well. So again, make sure that you subscribe to that. So without further ado, let me switch over quickly to a class we had. I'll play a short clip and we'll take it from there. I am using new software today, full disclosure, so there might be some glitches here and there, but nevertheless, we will get it done. Okay. So let me take you over to this. I'm going to hide my face for a moment so that you can see the face that was actually in the video at the time when we did it, right? Okay, here we go. Let's take a listen. I'll go to two parts in this video. There are a minute or so of parts so that we don't end up having to listen to too much, but let's kind of take a view of what actually happened here. Let's go. Months, right? It's been going higher. I really believe gold is going to come and take that. So pay attention over there. I said, I really believe that gold is going to come and take that equal highs over there. And I'm going to show you where we predicted it from when I actually go to the charts. And then I'm going to show you how we did that, right? I'll do it today. It's going to take that. I don't know if Coach agrees. The reason I think it's going to take that is those are double tops. You know what we do? I trade towards those double tops, right? Eventually, it's going to come and take that out because somebody made money here, somebody made money there, and the bank's not going to allow them to be in that money for long. Someone else is going to come and get that. Okay, so basically, a simple concept is if anybody's in profit, the banks or large institutions will try and take that profit out, and that might even be other smaller banks. So let me take you to the second section. Let's pay attention again. And remember, you can pause this video and go back to it on your own time. So let's listen over here. Like that strongly, right? So it's important to understand that this area is probably what we are calling now some kind of, the market is consolidating or accumulating to eventually probably take out these people and then eventually go up to. Once you pay attention to that last little, we'll call it a swoosh that I've drawn on the chart here at the end, right? This little swoosh, which looks like the Nike swoosh. Now I want to pay attention where I drew that from and where we are going, right? Let's keep going. Take out that people, right? That's what the banks are doing overall. So as we go on, and that was gold, and again that's XAU USD gold. I know it's got some funny names to it, right? So if you wanted to trade that again. Okay, so that was the prediction really, and so now I'm going to take you through how we actually come to that understanding of that prediction, right? Okay, so watch this. So I'm going to take you over to the actual chart, right? And just to recap again, this is where I predicted that move, and that move was to go and take, and I'll show you, I think it was daily, the overall daily highs and even the weekly highs, which I denoted with the finish line. Still have the original drawings on. Remember Monday's class, I said we're coming to these double tops, right? Now, if you look at this particular screen, it looks like it's a short, small move. However, when you come back to what would be considered entry time frame or one of the entry time frames, this is a massive move. Let's have a look at it on something like a 4-hour. So predicted from over here to there. right? Right? That was the move. From Monday till there, that was two days and 4 hours, multiple entries, of course, in there, and that was the overall move. Okay, now let's talk about how we actually get there. I'm going to clear this so you get a better understanding of it. Okay, first things first, we'll replay the chart back to where the chart was at the time. And remember what I did on Monday's class is I said we will get something like this. Drop down, go up, take out that highs, and eventually the other high on top over there. So let's pay close attention to how we actually get that. So what looks like random price action over here, which I described as a consolidation, right, which it is, was actually not that random at all. If you do top-down analysis and you do a quick scroll through from your monthly, weekly, daily, and remember, students, you guys know we don't trade all these time frames. We trade the relevant three set time frame. But let's say you did a scroll from the top down to see the overall view. Now, why did I do a scroll from the top down? Right? Number one, I did it because we know that there's some turmoil going on with the actual dollar. And I wanted to see how this affects gold as a whole. I knew we are going to get some upward momentum. So this was the area I was looking for us to go to, right? At that point, we hadn't gone there yet. Nothing really significant for me on the monthly at that point. However, on the weekly, we were in, and I'll denote it now. And again, TradingView gives you that extra candle. Remember, we replayed it on the lower time frame and it's not there, right? But this is what we had. We were sitting in this area of demand, right, on the weekly basis. Now pay close attention, students, especially what I'm going to show you next. Okay, we were sitting in there. So the consolidation you saw on the lower time frame, such as the daily, the 4 hour, was just us in a larger overall weekly, right? Larger overall weekly, and all price is doing this. Now, as you guys know my rule, if this is a weekly, if this is a relevant weekly that we can see, our minimum target should be, and the replay just messed up, let me take it back again. Our minimum target should be over here. Our minimum target should be the daily, right? Should be the daily. So let's go to daily and let's see what do we have in terms of good zones. We actually have nothing. Now you might be saying, Coach, but I see that supplies on here on top. You might be saying, Coach, I see the supplies on here and surely we're going to go in there. No, you'd be wrong. For the main reason is, remember what we teach you. You have to look at the leg in, right, and the leg out. Meaning that this is your basing area. And if that's your basing area, and I'll draw it on for you, if that was your base, right, then it means that over here, all this time we've been in that base, making this a bad zone. So I saw all of that beforehand, right? And if that's the case, then the next area we're going to go to is this, which is the high, the daily high. And if you go back to the little clip that I showed you, you're going to notice something interesting. When I drew the swoosh, and we were on the 1 hour, I pointed out this area over here. I said we're going to go like that to take out that high. That's because that would be the minimum distance we have to go. But since, even without that, if we looked at the daily, let me go back to the daily and let me just replay. So there's that daily high, right? There's that daily high over there. And so now we need to go above that. Let's look for a daily zone to the left. Still nothing good, which means we need to go above that, which puts us in the territory of that overall weekly high. But that's only one piece of the puzzle, right? Now let's look at how we could have caught entry there at the bottom. So now we know we're coming from a weekly. We're looking to go to a daily as a minimum, right? And possibly to another weekly on the other side. So let's replay right where we are. Now we are aware that we are inside of that weekly zone. So we can look to the daily or the 4-hour zone for a turning point. So if we come onto the daily, nothing really clear. There's no breaker structure, nothing for us to execute on, meaning we need to go down to 4-hour and we look for clarity, right? Okay, and then we get some clarity over here. This is a breaker structure. Now you might be saying, Coach, but what about all of these that happen inside of here? Well, here's your high. There's your low, right? This was your last break here, your last low there, meaning that all of this is internal, right? All of this, including this, is internal. But what makes this so special versus all of this? It's that it falls inside of the time frame that we want to trade, right? I'm going to show you. Let's go to 1 hour. Right at, let's go here. I'm just moving it to that window. It's window number 1. And I'm giving you both of those time windows. Just bear with me. There we go. So in New York, so London has done its move up. London has given us the break up, right? And maybe we got to look at this at the 4-hour. London gave us the break up, which is good. It's an impulse. It's showing us that there's a possibility that price is going to move. Then at the bottom, we've got our beautiful 4-hour zone, right? Now, you could have taken this straight out of the 4-hour zone there to go up to the top. Let me pull this back a little just for clarity. You could have taken it straight out of the 4-hour zone. Why I didn't like that as a straight trade is we have a trend line build up at the bottom, and oftentimes the market will first try and pierce the trend line and then do the move up. However, if you were patient, watched price go in there, you could have now then gone to your confirmation time frame, which is your 15-minute, right? And I know we go a little bit out of this window. So if you're in your 4-hour, you can take that. We go into the next window, which, by the way, for students, I'll show you where that is. I'll talk more about that in classes coming, right? We're waiting for that break up. Remember, since we're trading out of a higher time frame on the weekly, right? We might need to take multiple shots at it. So number 1, and let's take a long position over here, and let's cover and give it some room like that. Right? Now it might come and stop us out. That's okay. We'll take the next shot. All right, let's play it forward. Now, some of us might have gone to break even at that point already. That's also fine, right? Or you might keep the trade open. Let's see what happens. If we get stopped out, then we'll switch. Okay. So you could have gone to break even definitely above that. So this is a break even trade. But you're patient. We're going to watch the time frame as well. We're now into the next day. And we're still within our time window, right? So one day it stagnated, never did anything. And then came Tuesday. Monday was just sideways movement. And then came Tuesday. My mouse is set to sensitive. And let's do the next time slot. You'll see it soon, right? Okay, watch this. So we got a break even. Let me annotate that on the chart as well. I don't want to make this video too long, but I want to give you as much value So we got a break even. And we get another, we almost got another move up. Not yet. Okay. Over there. Two quick things just for students. If you're a student, you're gonna see one of my favorite types of ones. So let me pull this back for clarity. Remember, we're still inside of that 4-hour zone waiting for a move up. We've now exited London zone. So I'm expecting an entry in this next window inside of this area, right? Reason being, we've done that. Take of a high, take of a low, right? Let's see. Now you could take it right here, but that would mean you'd be trading out of that window. So I'm assuming, let's see what happens if it comes back inside of our window, right? I like to trade inside of the windows. We could put a stop below there because it is gold after all. Our target is still that same points above there. If it doesn't come back inside of the window, we'll find a new setup right inside of the window as well. Okay, we're back in. We tagged in the trade now. Let's say you didn't put a limit order on. You could possibly wait for that to break, which it did, right? And then maybe you take another position. So we're in our first one. Maybe you take another position over there, right? That's a little hidden zone over there. If you're not part of the mentorship, please jump on the calendar. We have some really interesting things to show you. Also, if you've been part of my class recently, these are your W's and M's. Let me point out which, this is your M1 formation, or sorry, your W1 formation, right over there. It's in a zone, W1 formation, so we can reasonably expect entry and some movement. There we go. This should move. It's not going to move like that and come straight back. And there you go. So if you did swing trade it, you might have to hold it another day. But even just in one session, you got a considerable move. And then what did price do? It did exactly what we expected. From a weekly, it's going to go to a minimum of a daily. And price then plays around for a bit and spikes up right to our initial target and our overall weekly target, which sat over there. And had you taken that position, that was a 1 to 18 trade, ladies and gentlemen. 1 to 18. Now that we've cleared a weekly, reasonable expectation should be from that weekly. And let me clear all of these things. From that weekly, right? If that's the weekly we cleared over there. And this is your low to high. You know what? I'm going to go out the limb and say we'll get some resistance around this area. But ultimately, I think on gold, we are possibly going to come and take out all these trend lines here. This is too clean. Never there's such a lot of clean trend lining. This is too clean. I might come back to this video and point out that I anticipated that something like that might happen. But let's see where we are in current price now. Okay, so we've already come down quite a bit. We've actually come down quite a bit. Let me see on lower time frame if we got resistance at that point. Just below it. We got some resistance just below that point. I'm not convinced that gold is on its way up just yet. I think we possibly might come down some more. Now, that's not to say we can't go up and then come down. But I'm not convinced that it's turning back up just yet. So with that being said, that's been your XAU USD trade recap. I hope you guys found some value in it. I hope that you found it valuable. And I hope that you're going to take some notes and just use what you've been taught in here. Right? Please do so. And then again, as a reminder to everyone, please go ahead and like this video. Please go ahead and comment on this video. Please subscribe to our channel. And if you are not watching this on our channel, if you're watching it inside of the Connect, Trade and Grow Facebook group, then please also comment below. I'll do more such videos in the future for you. And if you're watching it in the student group, please take notes as well. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a valuable one. So that's basically that. The next time I see you is to announce the winner of the one-on-one in our private group. So that's been your promised XAU USD trade recap. Remember, like, comment, and subscribe. And we hold true to our 3 pillars: mindset, multiplication, and management. Be blessed.